Hello and welcome to Community Central. I am your host, Ariane, and we've got an exciting show planned for you today. A bridal shower is one of those parties that are both fun and practical at the same time. The obvious reason for a shower is to give things to the future married couple that will help them establish a home together. But the underlying reason for a shower is that it's a nice occasion for the close family and friends to spend a joyful, relaxed time together before the big day. It's a time for sharing funny stories, giving advice to the bride, and showing her love and support. The bride is the princess of the day, so be sure that in your planning you don't want to do anything to make her feel uncomfortable, right? Right. Well, on today's show, Brandi Starr, the owner and chief event officer of Star-Studded Weddings and Events, is going to provide helpful information on how you can plan the perfect bridal shower. Brandi, thank you so much for joining us, and welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Will you tell us a little bit about your professional background and what inspired you to start your own company?
Okay, Adriana. My 9 to 5 experience is primarily in the areas of marketing and training. I'm currently a marketing manager, so I handle a lot of strategic planning for my products, and I'm also experienced in graphic design, web design, campaign management, and marketing results analysis. I've also done a lot of product training throughout the years as well. And what I like to call my 5 to 9 experience, or the things that I've done outside of corporate America, have all been centered around event planning in one way or another. Back in 2004, I co-owned a company called Diva Dating, which offered singles events to professionals in the Atlanta area. And I've also run a social group here in Atlanta for the past 4 years. Not to mention planning and coordinating social events for almost everyone that I know. As far as what prompted me to start my own business, really it's because all the pieces fell into the right place at the right time. I've always been the planner in my family, at my job, in my social circle, and there's honestly not a week that goes by where someone doesn't ask me for advice regarding an event that they're planning. So it's really always been in my blood. Those around me have tried to push me to plan professionally for years, and I just really wouldn't listen. Then I got engaged last February and was married on February 21st of this year. And as I went through the planning process, I planned my entire wedding myself. And because this was the largest event that I was to plan by myself, I read tons and tons and tons of books and articles on the true art of planning. Not the bride magazines that most brides pick up, but really true industry literature. And the more I learned, the more I began to kind of daydream about harvesting my natural talents and growing a successful event planning business. But I still kind of made excuses for myself as to why I couldn't or why I shouldn't. And as I was interviewing potential coordinators to manage my event the day of the wedding, 2 out of the 3 coordinators that I interviewed asked me why I was not planning professionally. And one even began to take notes on some of my ideas and the way that I had things organized, which I found interesting. And not long after that, I listened to a sermon online from a local church here in Atlanta, and the pastor discussed the role of women and the role of the wife. And in the sermon, she stressed the importance of mothers being at home with their children. And I had a son, and at the time was about to gain 3 stepdaughters, and her message really resonated with me because I realized how much of their lives I missed by having corporate obligations.
Right.
And so the ideas then just really started to flow faster than I could process them. And then in about a week's time, I had filled 3/4 of a notebook with ideas, and there began Star-Studded Weddings and Events.
My goodness. Well, I've just got 1 word, 3 letters. Wow. That is outstanding. Well, congratulations to you for being a newlywed yourself. And
Thank you.
I can't imagine what it would be like to plan your own wedding, and I definitely want to get into that a little bit later. But first, I just want to ask, tell us a little bit about the services that are provided by Star-Studded Weddings and Events. It's obvious that you just have a natural gift for coordinating, and when you have a natural gift, you can't really ignore it for too long. So I see that you've taken that gift and cultivated it into an awesome, amazing corporation. Tell our audience a little bit about the services that you provide.
Okay, our services are really grouped into 3 categories, planning, design, and products. We recognize that everyone planning an event doesn't necessarily need a full-service planner, So all of our services are done a la carte, and each package is customized based on the specific client's needs. Some of our a la carte planning services include an event planning kickoff session where we really get the person organized and ready to go. We work on their themes, things like that over the phone or in person. Vendor selection and contract negotiation, on-site event facilitation if you just need someone to handle things the day of so that you can enjoy the event, an RSVP service, and what I call the Star on Call service, which is a telephone planning advice service where individuals can either pre-purchase a certain number of hours or contract to pay by quarter of an hour for over-the-phone planning advice. One of the more unique services that we offer is called Party in a Box, which is an event shopping service where we will shop online and in stores for all of the items that you need for your event, package them up, and ship them either directly to you or to your location. And so we look for the right items to fit your theme. We search to ensure that you get the best prices. And all you have to do is add food, add guests, and enjoy.
I know you mentioned themes, when you were talking about the different events, and traditionally there weren't a lot of themes and bridal showers and different events like that, but I've noticed more and more, especially in the 21st century, there's always a thematic content to the different events. Can you tell us a little bit about the different party ideas and themes that you all have done before?
Okay. Anyone that has ever asked my advice on planning an event will tell you that, I believe that themes are absolutely mandatory. In my opinion, a theme really sets the stage for the entire event. And a theme can be small and subtle, or it can be over the top and unique. And what any planner or hostess should do is take that theme and really weave it throughout the entire event. You can search online or in books, and you'll see tons and tons of really common bridal shower themes. A wine theme, or a around the house theme, or 24/7. I mean, there's tons of them listed. But honestly, the best themes are chosen to fit the individual bride. If she's really into tennis, a tennis-themed shower. If she's been born in the 70s and loves all things 70s, then have a 70s shower and really do it up and have people dress like the 70s and decorate with, the bright colors and the things that were from that era. Or if she's a total diva, have a glam shower and, have everything with bling and furs and, it's really, there's nothing that says that you have to select from a pre-existing theme. I was just watching the movie the other day, The Wedding Date, with Miss Messinger. I can never remember her first name. And Deborah Messinger, there you go. And the theme for the bridal shower had to do with a golf theme, but it was a golf glam theme. So they had the Argyle socks, but they had on high heels. And they had the polo shirts, but then they also did mini skirts. Really, it was really, a cool idea.
It's so interesting, and to be able to walk people, through that kind of process would be very advantageous. And I know this is some very helpful advice. I myself have some close friends who are getting married, so I need all the advice I can get for planning the shower. And for all of you out there who may be facing a bridal shower or any other event in the near future, I want you to stick around, because when we come back, we're going to go over even more tips on planning and preparation. And you can also visit Brandi's website, which is www.yourstarstudiedevents.com. And that is Star with 2 R's. We're coming up against a short break, but we'll be right back with Miss Brandi Starr right here on Community Central at www.communitycentraltv.com. Stay tuned.